Hello everyone, take this sock and then cut right through the middle of it as such. Afterwards, make another slit through the bottom, take the middle portion of it, reverse it, thread your needle, and then afterwards begin to make a running stitch through one end of it to begin with. Now, go the entire circle out of it and then pull the thread through. As you can see, we are doing it continuously at one go, and now afterwards we move on to the other side and complete the entire circle. Now once you're done with this portion of it, bring it all the way through and then afterwards draw it tight together and tie a knot to it. Now move on to the top portion of it and then repeat the same steps. Make this running stitch to it. Now add some cotton within it as such, stuff it in, tighten it and then add a knot to the top of it and stitch it all tight together. Wrap the thread around once and then bring it together. Afterwards, make these multiple sections out of it and then tighten it. Now continue to do so, put it through the middle as such, bring it out through the other side and then section it. Now after you're done with it all, then take the small green portion and then once again make a small little circle out of it, add it to the center and then this is what it should look like. It will look like a flower. Add a rubber band at the back of it and now you may use it as a decorative piece. Next, take this portion of the cloth and then afterwards begin to add these stitches on either side of it. As you can see, we are making these diagonal stitches. Now continue to do so, go from one side to the other and then afterwards draw it all tight together. After you draw it all tight together, then it will be scrunched up on the side. Do the same onto the other side as well. Make sure it is as even as possible on both the sides. Once you're done with it, tie a knot to it and then this will be a design. Next, start off by slitting out the side portions of the jeans. Afterwards, make the slit into it on either side of it and it needs to be a diagonal slit. Now thread the needle and then slowly begin to sew it from one side to the other. Make it into this loop stitch on the edge of the jeans pants as such. Now in order to do this, put it down and then after you pull it up through the pants, then put the thread in between it as such, that is, put the needle in between the thread. Pull it through and then it should form this diagonal stitch. Now as you continue to do so, go from one side to the other. As you can see, we are done with one side of it and then poke it through the other two sides. Now afterwards undo this and then continue to go to the other side as well. After you complete the other side, this is what it should look like. Now after you're done with this section of it, then once again pull it through for the last time and then pull it through. Now once you're done with this, then tie a knot to it and tighten it. Take the bra strap and then afterwards slit it, then using the elastic, stitch it on either side of it. Next, take this orange and then afterwards put the thread through this orange spiel as such. After you have put it through, then begin to make this loop stitch out of it. As you can see, we have started on one end of it, put it down and then pull it back out and then while you're doing it, wrap the thread around it. As you are doing so, then this loop stitch will be created. Continue to do so for as much as you want and then afterwards begin to go backwards in it. However, we have not reached that stage yet. Go an entire circle before you do so. Now as you can see, we are making sure that we put the needle through the loop and then afterwards putting the thread around it and then pulling it through. Afterwards, go backwards, then remove all of the other stitches and then pull it tight together. After you do so, the stitch will no longer be seen, however, the stitch will still be present. Next, take the sock and then afterwards make a stitching to it as such. Make this loop stitch out of it. In order to do this, we will put the needle through and then afterwards wrap the thread through it, that is, put the thread in between the needle and then afterwards continue to do so in order to make the loops. Go from one side to the other. You are shutting out the opening as such. This will be the final look of it. Thank you for watching.